What's up, everybody? I'm Chimyjoe. Welcome back to The Last Door. Last week, we finally made it through the fog after fumbling around, not finding anywhere, and now we have finally made it to the man with the red beard who is asking for our ticket, please. So, let's keep going. Ticket. Thank you. Please come in. If this is the very end... Okay. I was going to say, if this is the very end and I left off on that much of a cliffhanger for the very end of this episode, like episode 3, I would have been so mad. Alright, walk down the hall with our nice lantern. We are now going to sit and... Oh, no, we're not going to sit. Hello, Jeremiah. I knew you would find us eventually. Welcome to our humble performance. You were there. You were part of the group? You don't remember my name, do you? I am Alexander. What is all this about? What do you want from me? From you? Nothing, dear Jeremiah. It is you who came here searching for answers. It is the same as when you joined our group. We each came with our own reasons. Do you remember yours? Philosophy, I guess? Indeed. It was our thirst for knowledge that drew us together. No one waits for us out there, dear Jeremiah. There is no one who will care for us when our hour comes. We had been alone until now. How did I end up in London after being buried in the boarding school? The bird protects us. Oh God. It is by his design that we should meet again. But we are not the only ones who take shelter beneath his wings. His influence and power is ever expanding, ever reaching. Do you not feel him beckoning? I only want to wake up from this nightmare. This is no nightmare. It is a show, a performance. The truth we seek lies beyond the curtain. Now we have crossed the point of no return. The lights are on, the stage is set, and soon you shall meet the actors. Welcome. Look at all the creepy masks. Oh God. This belongs to you. He's gonna put on the mask. Oh, it's our mask. Yup. Well, I apologize for such a cliffhanger. Dearest Herr Dr. Wakefield, if you are reading this, then you have followed my instructions to arrive at the agreed upon address. Good. I apologize that I cannot accompany you immediately. My own investigations have demanded a certain unanticipated degree of attention. I have determined that your patient, Devitt, is in serious trouble. I will contact you with more information post haste. In the meantime, discretion is utmost importance. Your friend, John Kaufman. So if I just held out for like 5 minutes, I probably could have gotten through in the last episode. But oh well, we're gonna go on to episode 4. Previously on The Last Door. After escaping from his burial, Devitt finds himself in a cellar of London's darkest slum, the Old Nickel Rookery. In his pocket he has a ticket for a show called The Four Witnesses. Devitt walks through the misty streets following the strange man who seems to guide him. He learns the legend of the Smurg, the king of birds. Following its trail through the dreamlike land of fog, Devitt finally meets Alexander, a member of the secret group Devitt and his friends had at school. Alexander welcomed Devitt and speaks to the entity called the Bird that had been calling them ever since the experiment they conducted back then. And then we got our mask. There is no turning back. Okay. What's going on? I have made my mind. I am ready. Go on, do it. What? Do it! Oh God. Do it! I like how these episodes are set up like actual like TV episodes. They're kind of cool. Can you see all these stars twinkling in the black outer abyss? All the constellations traced by human eyes in long distant eras? Look now to the forest in the valley, the old tower. From the last tree in the distance to the stars in the sky, and even the stones beneath our feet are just silhouettes that hide the truth from our poor senses. Ancient shadows that hang over the veil that hides the world. As if it were a curtain of a theater, the veil separates the truth from the lie. The veil is a place, Devitt, a place of mists. Anthony's great abilities brought you here, but his influence will soon fade away. The mask of lies will descend over your eyes once again. Ooh, creepy. You must find the door, as I did. The last door. The door that gives passage through the veil. Open it and we will walk together beyond the mist. How does one open said door that I cannot find? I suppose you're wondering why I called you so urgently. I cannot deny it, your letter was truly mysterious. I have been traveling, Doctor, to Scotland. Have you heard about the massacre in St. Graal? Well, yes, the tragic event that has been the continued object of speculation and grim rumor ever in every newspaper in England. For weeks now, pamphlets have claimed that all kinds of macabre things took place. Is it macabre or is it macabre? I don't know. Somebody let me know in the comments. But I don't understand how all this is connected with my patient. He was there. I'm afraid he is one of the victims. Dear God! Are you telling me that my patient has been murdered? Murdered? Thankfully, no. Please excuse me for alarming you. I did not mean to give that impression. Herr David was attacked, but survived. What happened to him then? It seems the criminal was caught by Herr David in the midst of the act. Then he tried to do the same thing to David that he had done to the others. Fortunately, the nuns arrived in time to unearth him from his coffin. Herr David was hospitalized. The nurses report that he remained conscious for a day. What was David doing there? Many years ago, the St. Gall Hospital was boarding school. It appeared that both your patients and Mr. Beechworth spent a part of their youth together there. We can assume that Herr David was investigating something. He believed he had found a clue related to his friend's death. What was the cause of the awful deaths? No one knows for sure. The victims were inflicted with terrible wounds. All of them had expressions of utmost terror on their faces. I suspect he did not find Mr. Devitt in the hospital. Indeed, he was already gone by the time I had arrived. I have not been able to determine his whereabouts since. I see. What conclusions do you draw from all of these circumstances? I have some theories, but I would prefer not to reveal them until the events have unfolded. In all of them, there is a fundamental element whose role has not yet been revealed. And what leads you to this conclusion? It is something that the Holy Sisters found beside Herr David within the coffin, an empty hypodermic needle, traces of an unknown substance. So that was the ritual substance, right? That we learned about in the second part, I think. Episode 4, Ancient Shadows. I'm sure this is the place. Alexander's house must be just ahead. Just ahead. Oh, there's the tower. Ancient castle of Pevensey rests in the distance. It was a garrison first, built by the Romans. It was abandoned and been a ruin ever since. It's latched. I can't open it from the side. No one is answering. Perhaps I should go inside anyway. I'll just tell the household that I am an old friend come to visit. Sounds like a plan. Alright. What do we got here? Got a strange woman who stares down at you and glaring with a silent reproach at my intrusion. Yes, because that's exactly what it was. What? Footsteps. There must be someone upstairs. Well, I want to go this way. It could be Pevensey Castle, but in this painting, the garrison is not in ruins. A couple of old teacups at the table. One of them is full and still warm. What is this? An oil lamp. Gotta make sure I got my oil lamps. Whenever I go somewhere... Ooh, wait. Was there something over here? Pantry, spices, ingredients. Okay, no, there wasn't nothing over there. Cellar door is locked. I need a key to open it. Might as well unlatch this. Ancient stone well. A rope hangs inside, disappearing into the darkness below. Pull up the rope and get a bucket. The rope is broken. I'll keep this end. Looks like somebody was buried here. I can't dig with my bare hands. Okay, so I legitimately have to find a shovel so that I can dig up one of these graves. I guess I'll go back inside. Alright, I guess I can go upstairs now that I have checked out this room. Silhouette of a man bears a strong resemblance to Alexander. Silhouette of a woman. Fine painting of a local Roman structure. They say they somehow seem more ancient in this depiction. A figurine of an angel facing the wall. Alright, let's go in here. Alexander. Alexander, it's me, Devitt. I'm sorry if I startled you. Why are you sitting in the wheelchair? Is everything alright? Why are you sitting in the wheelchair? Are you hurt, maybe? Can you stand? He stares blankly at me at some distant point as if he's not heard my question at all. What's going on? You told me I should come here, and I came as soon as I could. Can you tell me what is happening here? Ugh, excuse me. He gives no answer, but persistently stares at something nearby. Apparently, he appears to be in some kind of hypnotic trance. When I was downstairs, I could have sworn I heard some footsteps. Where are yours? Were they yours, or there's somebody else in the house? For a moment, I felt a flash of hope when he was looking at me, but he was unresponsive. Alexander, please say something. I don't know what to do. I don't understand. Just what happened to him? Is he staring at something over here? What's this? Table holds nothing but a box with a description. Laudanum. To be taken in case of anxiety. It is empty. Tie him up! Okay. Just making sure. Ooh, portrait of an old man, maybe a ship captain. It looks like he's trying to guard a chest with a stern glare. I need a key, probably. Nope. There's a large iron hook inside. Take the hook. There's a fragment of a diary under the hook. I can't work in the basement anymore. Those wretched sculptures. I feel them stalking me in the darkness. I know it is not possible, but I can hear the crunches, the flapping wings, the stone grinding on stone, their frozen paroxysms with the diabolical art which those gestures conceived. With what diabolical art? An eternal movement, a tension, an impossible struggle to get back the life they never had. I might place them outdoors in the greenhouse and let the mold devour them and wasps make nests in their hollow hearts. I'm assuming I can make a hooked rope. Yes. Let's see. What is this? A camera tripod. This is a dark room. Well, that doesn't do anything for me. Pictures hanging from a cord. They look as if they were improperly developed, but you can hardly distinguish anything. Probably because there's no dark room. A lamp hanging from the ceiling. Its bulb casts an intense white light. That's probably why. An image of a couple wearing rat masks at a festival. Interesting. Glass jar containing a yellow substance. The label reads cyanide. Great. An instrument whose workings are beyond my knowledge. Thing in here. There's a big book of home chemistry recipes. A few pages have been bookmarked, and some articles are underlined. Collodion for photography. Collodion is a vehicle by which the photographic chemicals are united upon the surface of the glass and the sensitive coating produced. Many formulae are published for this article, to which great value is attached, some supporting it as to its peculiar composition belong to the principal causes of failure or success. This is only in a degree true. This is done by pouring upon the palate about 1 ounce of vitriol spirit solution and only then adding 5 or 6 drops of cyanide acid. Then the plate must be thoroughly washed in water to remove any excess of the chemicals. They would almost require a chapter by themselves, as long experience convinces us that 9 out of every 10 failures occur from a want of care. The presence of dirt, negligence, one cannot be over nice, careful, or cleanly. The best results always rewarding the most painstaking. If mistake is made in order to specify the formula, quickly flow clean water over the plaque and start again. Some of the grammar seemed off in that. It probably wasn't. I'm bad at writing, so I don't know if that's true or not, but it definitely seemed off. A large envelope of black felt covered in dust and ashes is labeled with a warning, do not open under white light. Okay, well, bus with its face turned around. This guy is paranoid of statues. It's a letter. I have excellent news. A contact from the university has given me access to the 12th century alchemical tome containing an amazing formulary. There is no doubt that sometimes mere contemplation takes the mind to places that otherwise it would never have visited. Leafing through the grimoire and marveling at the exquisite illumination of its pages, I have been struck by a sudden epiphany, a radical but elegant method that I have decided to try. Forgive me for not providing any information about that method myself. As soon as I get definite results, I will write you immediately. I believe fortune and truly smiled upon us today. And there's that same Latin-esque word, phrase thing. Shelf lined with strange and complex books, some titles including The Movement of Shadows, Preserving the Mind, and Lessons Beyond Nature. Alright. Don't open under bright light. I need to put the photographic plate in a suitable place to work. Suitable place to work. Oh. Tripod? No. Wait, what? The tag on the envelope advises warning against opening under pure light. Looks like some kind of red tinted glass covered the floor to mask the lamp. Completely shattered on the floor. Yeah, so this is the dark light. What is this? Cyanide. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have to put this here. Cyanide. I need to put the photographic plate in a suitable place to work. Ugh! Cuckoo clock is covered with dust. It seems to be missing an important piece of the bird. It's also sideways. Face has been turned. Yes, I know. Can I... No. Oh, what was that on the what's this? Nothing? Nothing. Cyanide in the tea. Yes, that is the solution. It's a diary. The last person on the page has been ripped off. It's been a while since I devoted any time to this diary for reasons beyond my control. An event most tragic has been taking place in this house. Mr. Dupree has gotten ill, immersed in an everlasting stupor from which it seems he shall not return anytime soon. Since the accident, I have patiently taken care of him. The doctor's treatments don't seem to do any good, and I feed him like a child and make sure that all of the sculptures in the house are turned towards the wall. What else can I do? The clockmaker just left. He had done such a good job until, in the end, Mr. Dupree is not going to be able to notice the change in the clocks that he had so insistently requested. In his state, time will not be a problem anymore. This looks like the diary of a member of Alexander's household. What happened to them? I don't know. Okay, got the bucket. Within the mud and the dirt inside the bucket, there was a small bird of brass. Alright, cool. So, Now I can put the bird in the thing. Cuckoo clock. Bird. Yeah, I know the face has been turned. Can I... Little brass bird. When shaken and moist, makes this something inside. Bird fits perfectly. Yes, I know the face has been turned. But what do I do to turn it back? Well, I think I'm going to call it here today. I will attempt to find more things to do in this house next time on Chimyjoe Gaming. As there's... Seems like an invoice. There may be a document served from the record of payment clock corresponding to the following work. Cuckoo clock. Mechanism has been modified to give the strokes exclusively at 6:15 in the afternoon. In addition, the special device and switch have been added to synchronize all the clocks in the house. Well, that's kind of cool. It's a letter. Alright, yeah, I already watched that one. I already looked at that one. Yep, so we're going to call it an episode. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you are still finding this interesting. Don't know what kind of freaking jump scares are going to be in here this time, but yeah. Let me know how you think of this in the comments. Let me know if I'm missing anything crucial, and leave it a like or a dislike depending on how you felt, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.